Hello, Pisces. This is Fuel the Soul, and I'm here with your reading for July 16th through the 31st. I've cleansed the cards, shuffled them, and I'm doing it now in front of you guys. Then I'll break them up and we'll get the reading started. Letting you all know that I won't be doing readings in the month of August. I'll be back in September. And also wanted to let you know that for those that have been commenting or reaching out to communicate with me, I was sick and I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I wasn't well. And so I'll make sure touch base with you guys. I'll have my girl start trying to contact you guys, or I'll be gone, but I'm going to try to find some time to at least respond to the comments and then see about some of the readings that I know are scheduled. Okay, here we go. Pisces. We have the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. The next card is the King of Swords. Then we have the Seven of Cups. You know, right off the bat, I'm just feeling like this is about a couple or a male and female energy or something that represents partnership. So it could be two women, two men, because but here we see the Queen and the King of Swords, which tells me that this is more like partnership related, and yes, could be man and woman. I mean, that's really where it's gearing, the direction it's going in. Let's start off here. Okay, the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, in this particular card, she doesn't look as sharp. This one, she actually has her hand out. And I feel like she almost has this look today, to me, not of despair, but like this unknowing feeling. And I feel like, wow, I'm looking at her gown. It's like, disdain. What was the word I said before, huh? Okay, so I'm looking at her in other cards. I usually don't like the look. In this one, she doesn't look as angry, or to me, you know, the way I see them sometimes. I feel like, though I say that this person isn't angry, I feel like this person is kind of going like, come on. So I know it's hard to see, but in the camera shot, okay, maybe that's good right there. If you look at her, it's almost like she's saying, come on. Like, what do you have for me? Like, you know? So, and when I think of the Queen of Swords, I think of a female energy that's more on the combative mode. What I mean by that is more, I just sometimes feel like this person has more sharp methods and has more of an aggressive nature. So, not necessarily combative, but to some, it could feel that way. So, I'm feeling that in the month of July, Pisces, I'm not sure who you are in this situation, this scenario, but I feel like there's a female energy and saying, come on, like, what's up? What's up? Now, the next card, we're going to keep going. We'll go back. The next card is the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles talks about some type of work in progress. It could be, you know, of course, it could be like education, a job, something that's going on, that's being created. And usually it's like the learning and the building of something, meticulous even. Because if you look, you see that child's very focused. And you see the pentacles in the background. And if you notice, the pentacles have variety. They're kind of in different colors and they have the same pattern, but they're a little different. So it talks about the detailed work because they're all alike, unlike the color though. And I feel like this person is focused on getting something done and completed. So let's go to the next card. Okay, the King of Swords. This dude to me doesn't look happy. I'm trying to find the best light for you, so forgive me if I'm moving around. There you go. So to me, the King of Swords is just not a happy person. And this particular card, if you notice, he has like a darker gray sky behind him and those clouds of force. And he's got his cloak of magic and a sword with his hands crossed. Definitely not a person that I want to try to talk to that might be reasonable. This person looks like they're mad and they have sharp edges to them. And they're not really ready to talk. They're more ready to have a beef. So I feel like the female is going, come on. And like the guy's like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to fucking do this. And like in the middle, I'm feeling something like there is some kind of connection, trying to connect. They're trying to create something. They're trying to work something out. That's what I'm feeling. But I'm going to go to the last card. The last card talks about the 7. And in one of my other readings, I started breaking down those cups about the responsibilities that that particular sign had and how each one of those animals or things that were in the cups, how difficult it was and how difficult it could be for Pisces. There's so much on your guy's mind about, you know, the needs and desires that Pisces has and how difficult it is for Pisces to get their message across. I feel like these two people are almost butting heads, and Pisces is trying to get a message across or trying to like express, you know, the seriousness of things, the nature of things, and prioritizing, trying to get some kind of trying to get things in order, but Pisces getting mentally blocked and maybe physically blocked. I see here, though, that there's this effort to create something, to try to unify and complete something between a man and a woman, or right here, sorry. And I feel like, but there's beef almost. I feel like there's tension and it's like meticulous, and I feel like it's tedious, and I feel like the like they're both ready to get into it, and yet they're not getting into it. They're trying to work it out. They're trying to get it going. I feel like the 8 of Pentacles could really stand for your home life and your children, your finances, your stability, you know, the order. Because if you notice in this particular card, the 8 of Pentacles, it takes discipline and order, right? And it takes effort and work to create something good. So I'm really thinking that there is like beef between these people, like they're antagonized. Antagonized. I feel like you guys are annoyed at each other. You're not quite happy with each other, but yet you're trying to make something work. And but it's like hard to get it done. You know what I mean? The last card with the 7 of Cups talks about the same thing I was talking about in the 8 of Pentacles, how there's a lot on the mind. It could even be that the Queen of Swords is focused on getting shit done and taken care of, and the King of Swords is getting distracted by other things that he's considering are important, while the Queen of Swords is saying, you know what, we really need to focus on this. And the King of Swords is saying, not da 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 da, but just like, I've got other things on my mind, other things that I'm interested in, or I want to prioritize. So I feel like there's a difference going on here with Pisces, wherever Pisces is in this story. And that's kind of what I'm feeling is the energy in the month of July about trying to be cohesive, trying to get it to work. So I'm going to start pulling some cards. I'm going to pull, I'm just going to pull 111 and see where that, because I feel like that's where I want to go. Okay, so I'm going to pull one on the Queen of Swords. See, I've got the the Queen of Swords. Now I got the Seven of Swords. For the Eight of Pentacles, I have the Chariot, which talks about, and then for the King of Swords, I've got the Six of Swords. So I think I'm on point with the reading. I'm really feeling that. And the last card, the Seven of Cups, we see the King of Wands. To me, the King, okay, well, the King of Wands, I'll start over here. The King of Wands could be the King of Swords, and the fact that he wants to get moving and wants to do something. He wants to maybe be free and go on a different path and doesn't want to deal with maybe some of the realities. Because when you look at the King of Swords and we see the Six of Swords, which is somebody on a boat with the six swords, and the boat is actually like a swan and kind of jetting out, going, like they say, going left, right? And so I feel like the King of Swords just isn't happy right now and is just really interested in doing something else. The Queen of Swords, there's something going on there too, because the Queen of Swords isn't wanting to be completely clear and honest and upfront about the situation. The Seven of Swords talks about all that sneaky stuff going on, but it could also stand for the fact that maybe the Queen of Swords doesn't want to reveal her true plans yet, or her real true thoughts. Maybe she has to hide them to keep the commonality and the peace in this situation. Maybe the Queen of Swords wants to jet too. Maybe these people want to jet from each other. But right now, they have to deal with each other. The Chariot talks, this Eight of Pentacles talks about, right, the concentration, the focus of getting something done at work or education, something like whole, right? And completing it. That's a good whole. When you throw in the Chariot with that, and in this story, I'm actually feeling like those pentacles could also be, again, if it's the Queen, she's planning stuff, planning maybe an exit out, and what that exit out looks like I need to take care of the children, I need to take care of the finances, I need to take care of family life, a new place to live, work, and whatever, social circles, family life, all these things that have to, the order before anything can happen, before the Chariot can take off and leave. Now, also, the Queen of Swords, even with the beef here, or the King of Swords, maybe this is about both of them trying to work something out so they can move forward. But there is the tension, and there is there's like secrecy on both sides. And it's not easy, guys. Look, Pisces, who hasn't been in a relationship where things don't go right and have difficulties? If this is you, if this resonates with you, I just want to let you know I understand. It's happened to me, and it's hard. It's not easy when sometimes two bodies are not clicking and two people are going, even though they're together, they're not really connecting. Sometimes they're on their own paths and on their own journeys, even though you're living under one unit, or seen as a partnership, or in a relationship, whatever that is. It is not easy. And I understand that if there's some kind of feeling here of tension and separation or wanting to separate, it's understandable when things are not clicking for you. I do think, it's like, here, hold on a second. Let me just pull some more cards in for me, okay? So let's see. hmm Yeah, I just feel like that's what's going on. I feel like there's this tension, there's a feeling that they're working together, and yet they're having difficulties trying to connect and work together. And yet it's still, there's this effort to keep it going. And at the same time, there's efforts to maybe bail out. And it really feels like it's on both sides. I feel like both people aren't really happy with whatever this partnership looks like, this relationship is. It could be anything. This could be business. This could be two friends, because there's not a lot of cups here. So that tells me this isn't necessarily a man and a woman, or two men, two women, like a lovers. It could be, yes, but this could really, really be something else here, like in a business, in some type of group setting, where this could represent other people in a different scenario, because there's not a whole bunch of cups here, which, cups are usually really emotional. So either this is talking about people that have really kind of reached to their limit, and so there's not that kind of affection anymore, or this could easily be friendship and business matters. Okay, so that's what I'm kind of seeing in July. I'm trying to think if I need to pull more cards. Um, Let me see. I feel like that's really kind of where I'm going with this. And I feel like, whatever party you're in, whatever part of this is yours, I feel like if you choose to do these things to move on, I think that the swords have to be put down. And I know how hard that is, because you do have to stay on guard. You have to protect yourself. I agree the swords need to be around, if you know what I mean, in the cards. I get it. But I also feel like you both have to have your plan. You both have to organize, and you both have to try to do the Eight of Pentacles and the Chariot, which is talk about trying to organize and have your exit, if that's what you guys are planning to do. The Chariot and the Eight of Pentacles talks about the balance. There's really true balance here. So whatever this is, whatever these people are doing, you know, um, if you're planning on walking out on a job, on a boss, if you're planning on exiting a business that you have built and you no longer want to be there, there is, in the sense, in the middle, there is the sense of like a sense of balance. Because the Chariot card, when I look at this particular card, I don't see this guy stressed out, rushing to get the fuck out. I mean, he wants out, or she wants out, but there's not this speed and this craziness to get the fuck out. And the Eight of Pentacles talks about the organizing and the planning of this feeling. And it's just like, it's almost like, even if these people aren't trying to get out, they're not in agreeing, though. They're not really agreeing with each other, with whatever's going on in their lives. But there is some sense that there is that possibility that they actually could create something that could work out and have balance for both parties. Seriously. But those knives, those swords are out, and they're intense right now. And there's real, I feel like there's not that all that great trust here. And everybody's situation is different, so I'm not going to pick on that one. I'm not going to say that, hey, I understand the swords must be around, you have to protect what's yours, but there's got to be a meeting in the middle on the table about trying to resolve whatever the difference is, because trying to handle it civilly, whatever it is, will be the best thing for your party, for yourself. You want to, as Pisces, you want to fucking handle your shit, and you want to feel good. And I know this sounds lame. Sorry, guys. I know you're going to disagree. You want to look good. You want to feel good. You want to act at your best. You want to leave in, not leave, but whatever your actions are, you want on paper, you want it to look good. You want it to look good to others in real life, in 3D, in the now, and in the future and in the past. You want your side of the street clean, because it's going to help you to move on in whatever the situation is. And even if you're just trying to resolve something, that still helps, because when you clean your side of the street, it's a lot less shit on your side, and it's so much easier to get moving on your private path, your private road, your journey in life, what your growth pattern. You want to ascend, and having all this heaviness, I know it's hard. And when you're in the thick of the shit, I bet you guys think I'm crazy talking like this. You're like, yeah, you have no idea, but I do. You guys got to both be smart. Wherever these parties are, people have to be smart. They have to handle their shit. I get it. Okay? I get it. But I'm also trying to say you can do all that, and maybe try to, whatever this is, the people can kind of walk away clean, or agree on, have agreements, so that those agreements can be understood and respected, and so both parties can kind of do what they need to do. That's what I'm saying. Okay, now another thing. Uh, I have all these decks of cards, and I have this cards, and then those love, Doreen, virtue, real mushy cards. They're like love cards. Well, they don't really ride with me. I don't know. But the other day I saw them, and they kind of said to me like, hey, pick me up and use me. So I'm pulling one card out of these, and I'm going to read it. And I'm not probably going to use it the way other people do, in that whole love fest, which I think is wonderful. It's just not how I read. Um, there's a place for that. There's readers for that, and I very much respect that. It's not my thing. So let's see what I see though, because I'm always tripping, and I'm always like, oh, please don't let me get certain cards, because I can't stand them. And then I get it, and I'm like, oh. So, oh, shit, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna flip this card, right? And see where it goes. All right. Ah, here we go. I'm going to read it and then try to tell you what I see. So it says past life relationship, and I'm going to have to read the rest. I don't think I can read it from the camera. You have known each other before. Well, I certainly fucking think it. I really do. I really, really, really do. I feel like these people have lived in a different relationship, in a different life. I really do. And that's probably why that burning tension, and why things can get so intense sometimes. I feel like it's a buildup, and it's coming from a different time and a different place. I do believe that you guys did have a relationship in the past. I really, really, really do. It's crazy how that card fell out, because I don't do it that way. I usually flip. I usually shuffle, and then I pull one from the top, or I'll split it and then pull one. I never do this, but like this is different. So for Pisces in July, I really see that there's this differences of opinion, attention. People people are just kind of wanting to do something on their own and yet have some kind of connection, past life, and that pulls them together, and they have this magnetic connection to be connected. And that's why there's some ability there to resolve and to connect. But at the same time, it's almost like these people have this built up tension and are tired. Or they're not, I'm not saying they're tired. That's not the word I want to say. I'm just saying that they've kind of had it. I think they just have differences and they want something different. Um, and it's funny because maybe they want something different, but what they both want is the same thing. And they just have to figure that out. Have to figure that out, how they can get that to happen. Um, I said I was gonna pull one card, but I'm dying to pull one more because that one fell. So I'm gonna pull one more card, okay? But I'm gonna shuffle because I thought that was crazy. Let's see if that happens again. I'm gonna pull one more card out. I do believe that you guys were related in a past life. Sometimes I can see things. I'm really not trying to do that. I'm trying to get your reading in a different manner. Oh, I almost feel like that one's gonna fall out. Okay. I'm gonna do one more shuffle and then break it. All right. I'm gonna do one more card. That's interesting. And here we go. This card says romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So like I said, guys, I don't read mushy, but what I'm feeling is, remember I was talking about that magnetic connection, that something that's pulling you guys together, even if you guys want to go apart or have differences. I feel like there's still something that pulls you in. It's exactly what I'm saying. I do. I really feel. I really feel like you guys are pulled in for some reason. I mean, you guys can have children or something's going on. You guys are connected. You guys are pulled in. And it certainly can be about work because the Eight of Pentacles is about work, a job, school, some type of business. But when I pull out these romantic cards, whatever you want to call them, I do feel you've had this relationship before. I absolutely agree with it. And your feelings are real and exploring. I wonder if this is two people that aren't even romantically involved and really dig each other. And I don't know, maybe they fight, but they really like each other. I don't know. So that's kind of like what I'm feeling. Let me pull one more card out of here. I have the Death card. The Death card talks to me about you guys. It's weird because it goes with that past life relationship, like something that you had once before. The Death card talks about something ending and then something beginning again. So I feel like you guys might want to rediscover something after you have this difference of opinion. And the Death card can talk about something ending and then something beginning. Because we got the Page of Pentacles, which talks again about, like, this Page of Pentacles has like that gleam of light on it that talks about that potential for growth. The Death card, we know that that's the end and the beginning sometimes of things. When it's next to the Ace, the Page of Pentacles, it talks about the growth, about restarting again. So it could be about you guys putting your swords down and ending this bullshit, whatever it is, the tick for, not the tit for tat, but the disagreements, the disharmony, the disagreeing, and putting it down, putting an end to it, and starting something new. Because you guys are connected no matter what. This was past life, and you guys have a connection. And I feel that there is some type of affection because that card came out. Okay, I pulled one more card. This is it. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type of expectations. So this also talks about the fact that perhaps whomever you're dealing with in whatever scenario, business, personal, social, whatever this tension that's going on, this differences, it's somebody. Okay, I feel like it's telling me that you guys both have to put the swords down, end this, start something new. And what you guys think that maybe you should stay connected, sometimes it might be maybe you guys need to look outside your area and see what else is possibly out there. But at the same time, you know, one can change your makeup, what you are made of, the exterior and the inside of you. You can turn things around and then you look different to your partner. And I feel like there's putting down the swords, ending it, and trying to start something new. And it could be with other people, or it could be about you changing your expectations about the person next to you and what that looks like and what it should act like and what should it be and how it should conform to you. Because this could talk about you expecting someone to look and act and behave the way you want them to be. But really, we're all very unique and different. And something about the other person pulled you in to do business, love, friendship, whatever. And now maybe you're trying to change that person, or that person's trying to change you. And they're not seeing you for the person that you really truly are. So there's a couple of different things. This card really threw a twister in there for me, but I'm really feeling that. I'm really feeling these last paragraphs I said, or the last set of words I've been saying to you. I really feel like that resonates out there for some of you. And of course, yes, you can look outside your circle and see what partnership or relationships look like, business, social. But also don't forget that whomever this video is connecting to, don't forget, are you doing this? Are you sizing somebody up and making them, expecting them to act a certain way and be a certain way and behave a certain way when perhaps maybe you know that person's not like that? And trying to mold somebody into something that they cannot be. And this is for the other side too. And maybe this is about those swords coming down and people really being realistic and ending this behavior and trying to look at each other with a new perspective and looking at what they're capable of and what could happen and what could work and that can flow naturally, because we're all individuals and we're not all made up the same. And I know that I have so many people that I know where we're all trying to be like, well, he doesn't do this and she doesn't do that. And why can't they just be like this? And why can't they just like that? And why can't they, you know what? Why? Because they're not you. That's why. So I don't know how this is hitting you all, but that's what I'm feeling. And I have to say what I feel. I feel the soul. And I want Pisces in the month of July to sit back and really think about how your life is looking and how you're looking at your relationships and partnerships, and maybe kind of putting the swords down with certain people, and maybe accepting people how they look and how they are, and understanding that that's how these people work, and how you can kind of try to work with them and meet them in the middle. And it doesn't have to be 24/7. It really doesn't have to. That's your choice, Pisces. However you want to do it, because this is your life, this is your reading, and this is all about you. I'm Feel the Soul, and I'm so grateful to read for you. I'll be back in September, and like I tell everybody, my readings are starting to go into more expanded versions. 2 weeks doesn't really cover this, does it? It's more about life readings and about life cycles in your life, and how you see things and how you can change things and how you can work on self and at the same time accept others and really start trying to protect yourself, take care of yourself because you're number one, yes, but also understand that there's other unique beings on this planet, and we have to try to work things and be civil and have balance, and yet you can still take care of you, and you can still be good. You can handle your shit, right? Because you're Pisces. So I feel the soul. God bless you, and I will see you in September. Bye.